Chapter 42. The Death of Our Beloved. In Mary's private room, she lay prostrate in prayer, immersed in the silence of her devotions. Suddenly, the familiar strains of angelic music filled the air, drawing her to her knees in awe. In that radiant moment, Gabriel appeared before her, his handsome countenance as striking as it had been at the time of her own conception. His voice, imbued with celestial authority, declared, "Our Empress and Lady, the Omnipotent and the Holy of Holies, sends us forth from his heavenly court to announce to thee in his name the most happy end of thy pilgrimage and banishment upon earth in mortal life. In exactly 3 years from this date, you will be reunited with your precious Son, our Lord, who longs for your presence." Mary's heart swelled with joy and surrender as she replied, "I am the handmaid of the Lord. Be it done according to thy word." At these words, a host of angels encircled her. Their luminous forms lifted her gently from the ground, spinning her in a graceful dance as her soul rejoiced in the promise of reunion with her beloved Son. 3 years later, in the quiet solitude of the garden at her house, Mary was seen alone amidst the blooming flora. The Holy Mother never ceased her sacred work, tending to the ill and the dying, offering comfort and solace, and praying fervently for souls struggling to find the way to her Son. As her earthly journey neared its close, Mary began to send messages through angels to her beloved apostles scattered across distant lands. A week before her death, Mary offered a prayer of profound thanksgiving. "Almighty Father, I acknowledge you as the one true creator and sustainer of all that exists. Of the goods of this world, I have nothing to leave behind, for I have never possessed nor loved anything but you. I give thanks to the heavens, the stars, the planets, and all of creation, for they have sustained me beyond my own merit. I pray that they continue to serve and glorify you as they were made to do, and that humankind may cherish them with the same care and love that I have. The merits and treasures I have gained through your grace by my works and efforts, I leave to your holy church. With your blessing, I offer them, hoping they may be multiplied. I dedicate them to the apostles and all priests, both now and in future generations, so that by them they may become true ministers, worthy of their calling, filled with wisdom, virtue, and holiness, to guide and sanctify the souls redeemed by your blood. This, my Lord, is my final offering, though always subject to your divine will." A gentle, authoritative voice answered her prayer. "Let it be done as thou wish and ordain." On the morning of her passing, the apostles gathered in her room. They had arrived the previous night. John greeted them first, with Luke arriving under the escort of an angel, and Peter coming in from distant lands. In that sacred space, Mary knelt before each of them. One by one, they blessed her, leaning down to kiss her hands, while tears of both sorrow and reverence fell freely. With a voice full of tenderness and finality, Mary addressed them. "My dearest children and beloved masters, you have always been in my soul and written upon my heart. I have loved you with the tender love and charity given to me by my divine Son. For in you, his chosen friends, I have seen him. My children, love the church and love one another with the same bond of charity that your Master has placed within you. To you, Peter, Holy Pontiff, I entrust my son John and all the rest. In that moment, a choir of angels began to sing, their harmonious voices intoning, Hail Mary, full of grace, blessed is thy name. Mary, reclining upon her cot, placing her hands together, clasped firmly over her heart. As she did so, a radiant, glowing light enveloped her entire being. The oratory filled with a celestial symphony, sounds more glorious than any mortal ear could ever fathom. Around her, the apostles wept openly, their faces a tapestry of wonder, sorrow, and rapturous awe. Outside, the house itself became bathed in that same brilliant light, while the music of the angels swelled into an ecstatic crescendo. Mary slowly opened her eyes, and before her appeared the gentle, loving face of her Son. His voice, soft and inviting, spoke, Arise, my beloved, my dove, my beautiful one. Come, the winter has passed. With serene acceptance, Mary replied, Into thy hands, O Lord, I commend my spirit. And with those final words, Mary closed her eyes forever. Her soul ascended from her body toward the luminous face of her Son, as globes of light drifted upward, leaving the room in a state of transcendental splendor. Her earthly form, now guarded by 1,000 angels, remained as a beacon of illuminant glory. Peter then led the gathering out of the room. Soon, in an adjacent space and throughout the garden, people observed that the sacred light still shone over the house. After conferring with John, Peter approached two holy women, the two Marys who had loyally served by the Blessed Mother's side throughout her final years. He said to them, You must anoint and prepare her for burial. Use these ointments, the same as our Queen used for her Son, our Lord. He handed them bottles and small jars, while John offered winding sheets. John added, Use these to wrap our mother's pure and sacred body. Use great care and regard her with the highest modesty. The women accepted the sacred items and returned to Mary's cenacle. The room still glowed with divine light as they moved slowly toward the center, their hands outstretched in search of the cot. Yet the brilliance proved overwhelming, so much so that their hands were lost in its radiance, and in a flurry of startled whispers, they quickly left the room. Rushing to Peter and John in an adjacent chamber, Mary Magdalene fell to her knees, grasping Peter's hand in despair. Peter, we cannot find the body of our mistress. The light is blinding in the room. We could not even feel our way to the cot to prepare her body as you have asked. Peter exchanged a look with John before helping Mary Magdalene to her feet. John, come with me, he said as they approached the door of the cenacle. The others in the room watched in hushed anticipation as John slowly opened the door, revealing a dazzling light that caused everyone to gasp in wonder. The men entered and closed the door behind them, and within the cenacle they searched in earnest, but the body remained elusive amid the radiant glow. In desperation, Peter called out to God, My Father, make known to us thy beloved's body, so that we might attend to her properly with the oils and wrappings used for your Son, our Lord. A divine response came, gentle yet firm. Peter, John, let not the sacred body be either uncovered or touched, nor shall it be looked upon. In that sacred moment, the soft glow above the cot deepened into a delicate rose hue, casting a heavenly warmth over the room. A hush fell upon Peter and John as they stepped forward, drawn into the gentle radiance that surrounded Mary's form, barely visible within the light. With tender reverence, they reached out, their hands trembling with devotion as they lifted her by the corners of her tunic. Her body felt weightless, as though carried upon an invisible celestial breeze, untouched by the heaviness of the world. Moving with utmost care, they placed her upon a bier, her presence still wrapped in an otherworldly serenity. With solemn grace, they draped a sheet over her, their gestures filled with both sorrow and awe. In that moment, a moment of profound grief, yet ineffable grace, the earthly remains of the Blessed Mother were veiled in divine mystery, a final testament to her sanctity and the eternal light that would forever shine upon the Church.